It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. Map 1 is upon us. It's the pick of Disconnected. It is Inferno, and I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Laz. An exciting one. We do get to see the return of the dualies as well. I had a big question about it. We didn't see it at all yesterday, but we finally get some dualies on a pistol round.
Yeah, it's about damn time, right? It's gonna be Zevy, though. We talked a lot about him. He's gonna be able to start things off. Oh my word, that's gonna be a triple. Starting this pistol off, hot and heavy already. And there it is, disconnected. They lose everybody on the board, and it's just down to Darty.
What happened? Everybody up middle, everybody down. Dualies doing the job, doing the dirty work. It's just Darty. 1v5. They've done what? A total of 12 damage. That's to Zevy, who's holding the most esoteric angle. Nobody knows about this angle because it's an off angle. Bombs down. There's no chance for Darty to even find the. Nope. Walks right into the crossing into the firing line. There we go. That's the phrase. And Zevy gets a 4K. It's a massive start on the dualies. 480 yards. That means he did every single point of damage to all 4 players he killed. And that is one heater of a start for paiN Gaming.
That's an amazing start, too. And again, it just comes down to Zevy just finding that quad. This is what we saw yesterday, too, Pineapple. I mean, we saw, what was it like? I think it was George that was popping off with like quads and triples on the pistol rounds. And I mean, now paiN, they're just going to do the exact same thing. I mean, they equip it.
And every single pistol round yesterday, because it was a 2-0, right? Every single pistol round, there was a 4K or a 3K yesterday.
I like that.
I'm like 90% sure on that one because I know George got 2 quads and 1 3K. And I think in the other one it was another EG player, or not? Yeah, another EG player fighting a 3K. So very interesting. There's the lineup for NEKiZ. This round is honestly quicker even than the last round, and it's another flawless one as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. No one has died on paiN Gaming, and we're 2 rounds in.
Yeah, they're looking good, right? And I mean, for paiN Gaming, like this isn't, again, like their CT side is like theoretically is like their worst side, but again, let's put it with a grain of salt. Let's just call it what it is. I mean, the competition they played is a lot different than what Disconnected have gone through. So I think if paiN Gaming has an under 50% CT win percentage, I'm gonna give them a buffer. Plus,
I want to kind of contextualize it. It's not 190 points separating these teams. It's 190 teams separating these 2 teams. It's number 30 versus number 220.
That's a few.
It's more than a few. That's a lot of teams. So you have to kind of look at this through that lens. But Disconnected could still show us some signs of promise, some individual prowess, or perhaps some good team strategy. It's a decent enough default thus far. They get control of Banana and they fall back. Their buy's a little bit beleaguered because they did not get a bomb plant in either of the 2 rounds that they have lost. But it is enough. They have 5 smokes still, some flashes, Molotov. It is more than enough to get the job done on Inferno. It's just going to require a lot of individual duels. Walk towards brackets, though. Disconnected getting a lot of map control relatively easily without too much utility. It is eventually spotted, sure, but they get the control.
Yeah, that player in pit's still going to cause a lot of commotion, but look at that. Somehow, Big Zera is able to stay alive for a long, long time, and ESL now able to find multiple kills. That's like a bit of a bonus round for them, too, so now they get the free upgrades. NEKiZ is the only player that didn't pick up anything, but you know what? They'll take it. That's a huge victory for them. I mean, they just shut down that play from Disconnected. They kind of go for that A-pop. Like you said, they go for the brackets control, but that's a tough one. I mean, I was kind of expecting they would know that the MP9s would be close, and I feel like that's not the site you want to go for the take on with those kind of weapons.
No, and the MP9 might be a blessing in disguise here because these players have no head armor. They got no plant. They haven't gotten a plant once thus far. They've gotten 1 total kill. So the MP9 is going to be doing a hefty chunk of damage to the entirety of this Disconnected squad, and it will harvest a lot of money in the process as well.
Banana, so actually they will push forward, so it's going to be NEKiZ, and both skulls are going to put some good pressure down Banana. And look at Disconnected. I mean, they've left 3 players on T ramp, kind of scouting things out through boiler and apartments. It's a very weird round. Again, they're kind of just baiting the bomb to be on the back of ramp, making a little bit of noise maybe, but there's already skulls able to utilize the first duel, and there's the second. This thing's just falling apart pretty quick.
You get tagged though. The scout did do its job of putting a little bit of a paiN down range, but that won't stop skulls through the smoke. Headshotting Darty Montana. Just so unlucky. Monk and Sezzy. And now just Sezzy. This has been the cleanest start of any game that I've seen in a long time. Big Zero down to 37. Zevy should take him down. Yes, he does. Very quick one, and again, a flawless round. That is 3 flawless rounds and 1 round where a single player fell. I don't think I've seen a cleaner start than this one.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, this is the fact that they're not losing anybody. This is just clean Counter-Strike right now from paiN Gaming. And like you said, this is a team that's, you know, getting ready for Pro League. So for them right now, they're just kind of, you know, fine-tuning a few things, just getting as many reps as they can, official matches done before they make their way on the big trip. Or disconnected. Trying to see if they can find their first victory here today. But they got some Giants to play. Probably not the matchup you want for your first debut, but hey, we're here.
We are here, and if I'm not mistaken, paiN have a total of 7 games to play in the next week and a half before they go to Pro League, so lots of practice on the horizon. That's for certain.
A lot of practice. That's actually not a bad thing, though, too, because, again, like, we talk about them, they're the team to beat, right? So they can get some good, you know, games in, try some different things, a little bit of, you know, new strategies they've tried, new setups.
There's some decent teams to play as well in their group. Detonate, Surprise, one ATK is going to Pro League as well, if I'm not mistaken. Team 1. So a lot of potential opportunities. Disconnected. Minute left. What do they have to show for it? A little bit of brackets control, a little bit of banana control. No bomb in their possession. At this point, they're truly just playing for picks, and that's not going to get you past me.
Well, even CSGO, you can see, was just kind of playing the back of apartment or the corner of apartment, trying to find that pick, which was going to be Zevy, but a little bit too quick. ESL just playing the headshot angle. Cheeky one. Oh my. Says he barely survives that. And now Big Zero, the first player to fall. There it is. So now they get an opening duel. So Nate, they got themselves a bit of an opening for the time being.
Finally. It's been long enough. Good blind side. Zevy not on the same page as his teammates. Is caught from the side by one, and says he finds another on the ESL. Combined fire, lots of damage taken though, and paiN Gaming with the bank as it is might go for it, although that duel should seal the fate. ESL doesn't have a rifle, no reason to save that. He falls, and that's a convincing round from Disconnected. They play together, they clear up slowly but surely, they win their duels most importantly. And it did look a little bit touch and go with the players being low as they were, but they get it done in the end. That's them on the board, and really solid T-side economy could come to fruition very quickly if they win rounds like that.
Yeah, you love to see it, but now for paiN Gaming, again, they still have lots of cash in the bank. And now Zevy, we get to see that op getting into the playing field here to see what they can find. But 3-2 stock coming in right now from paiN Gaming. The 3 players being towards Banana, but look at how fast Disconnected are taking this bracket control. They've already maintained a lot of map control and real estate early on in the round. It is going to be Big Zera just playing on Fountain on the backside of CT spawn, and Disconnected, they're not even hesitating this. They're actually committing to this plan. They're not messing around.
Big change of pace could yield a big reward. They're already up and crossing. ERdzao, the pit is ready for it. Zevy on site though is blind and dead to right. ERdzao does find a trade, but Monk 2 on the entry to get control. Bomb plant will go down for the pit as well. And Disconnected finally showing us some signs of purpose. An early call that does yield dividends. paiN Gaming, person down. Not a lot of utility. They have the Molotov and Smoke Shore. Second smoke being picked up by NEKiZ, but man, disadvantage situation. I believe A site Inferno is also the most difficult site to retake in terms of statistics. So it does make sense to go for the save.
Yeah, definitely a lot of angles to clear, and like depending on utility and just so many factors, right? The big pit alone is such a difficult thing to hurl to go over. But I mean, the one thing that we noticed from paiN Gaming this last round here is I was a little bit surprised from Zevy's positioning. I mean, again, he was just playing inside the site, a really tough spot for him, but they gave up so much control. I mean, they must have had their comms about the bracket control be given up so fast, but it's almost like they had the opper towards Moto, but they should have almost put it towards Big Pit. But nonetheless, Disconnected, they find 2 in a row, and money's still on the board here for paiN, so they're going to be able to equip everything up. And I mean, the nice thing for them too, Pineapple, is that they do have the A1Ss, so obviously a little bit cheaper, so they can be a little bit more forgiving on those cheaper buys.
And just give them a little bit of extra economic wiggle room to work with. So their economy can stick around for a little bit longer on NEKiZ, Skulls, and Big Zera. Swan, though, on the other side of the equation, does have his op in hand as well. A T-side op on Inferno. Seen a lot of teams kind of leaning into that as of late, and that is a dink and a half on to Swan, down to 11. paiN Gaming looking aggressive now. Done playing the default game, done going for these cute little stacks. They're actually going to get control and make Disconnected play a more passive style.
This is a really good idea from paiN Gaming, though, because you can see early aggression, and now they can just pull everything back. Disconnected now, they're going to be a bit more hesitant on these takes. They're going to be rethinking everything, a lot more hesitation on what they want to do. Now they're trying to fight for banana control. NEKiZ does get that little bit of a flash queue, so he can just hightail out of there. He can just reposition himself. He is the sole anchor, and right now, Disconnected, they're putting 4 players on this. They got the lurk of CSGO just waiting things out in Apartment and Boiler. Bomb's going to be making this commit, though, and look at NEKiZ. He's got to get going now.
Going now. Good spam on the A1S. You don't see the tracers through the smoke either with that suppressed weapon. Lots of damage done and a kill, no less. This is very solid for paiN Gaming going into the retake. Plant will go down. Swan is on 11, though. Darty Montana down to 39. It's looking very solid.
That was from the early round, too.
Was that Dink? I think it was through smoke as well.
This is terrifying. Look at how many CTs are coming right through Cathedral right now, too. Molotov doesn't actually work, so Darty going to re-smoke things off in the back corner. Swan going to lead this, but gets caught with an aid, and now paiN Gaming, they're starting to get themselves all over here. The logo is all over the place, and look at that convincing retake. Beautiful. They lose, what, 1 player? Now it's not even on the retake. That was just NEKiZ locking it down by himself, but that's a flawless retake right there.
Super clean. Convincing from paiN. I was a little bit worried they were kind of letting it go down to the wire, taking their time to throw the utility, but it definitely pays off. It funnels 2 players, shoehorns 2 players into that back corner of dark. The player towards banana has to play in front of the smoke in an awkward angle, makes him very easy to trade, and the player in water kind of stuck with no one to support, can't really do anything whatsoever. Very well done from paiN to isolate the duels, to use the utility. Disconnected, they aren't forced into a save as of yet, but their economy is slowly but surely being chipped away at. We still have the op for Swan. Again, the T-side op on Inferno has been coming into vogue as of late, especially with South American teams. It's interesting to see Disconnected picking it up as well. Interested to see if Swan can have some more impact with it, because he is kind of low on the kill tally thus far.
Yeah, that's a big flash too. Again, just Skull's able to throw that. He's able to find that opening duel, and there it is. That's a big opener. That's already given here for paiN Gaming. ChwE taking a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Brush that one off. Double player on Arch. Right towards Mini Pit here, on the Cubby, I should say. I think that's Zevy and also paiN-Zevy. So bit of a bait and switch. You can see Zevy's actually going to just retreat this plan. Same with paiN-Zevy actually giving that up. So a lot of movement happening here from the CT side. A lot of rotating back and forth, but they haven't really given up anything. It's still a 3-2 setup.
Just the stock standard Inferno setup with 40 seconds left. Disconnected. 3 versus 5. They have decided it's going to be a B play. Maybe utility. Want to walk it with the op. The op sees Skulls, doesn't land the shot though, and Skulls picking out timing, finds one. Good trade from NEKiZ, leaves just a Monk. He'll try to flash himself in, but NEKiZ is not scared. He is not dissuaded from holding. He'll find the final nail in the coffin, and paiN Gaming, they're making those 2 rounds look like a flash in the pan here.
They really are. I mean, this is now, again, they're just starting to show their dominant fashion. I mean, like, they haven't, again, we haven't talked about, you know, they haven't really played much in this season, but I don't think we have to talk much about their history. People know who they are. They've been able to have a lot of experience playing in the highest of tournaments, doing quite well at a lot of these tournaments. So for Disconnected, I mean, this is about them just trying to take a map away. And they had a good little bit of a blurb, but they're going to have to see what else they can do. paiN-Zevy does spot one in all middle. Oh, this Molly's going to flush him out.
Molly.
Oh, no. He's roasted alive, and there it is. That's a given. Oh, my God. paiN-Zevy, you nasty man.
Swan's coming up truck side as well with a teammate says they don't clear pit. Was there anybody in pit? Doesn't look like it actually.
No.
They're in apartments, excuse me. That's where they are.
Crisis averted.
Crisis averted, but now they get to go for the T-side take utility, and says he's expected. Very well done from Hardzao. The Molotov covers his backside. He can press forward and look for that player. That furthers the advantage for this retake. Now Hardzao and paiN-Zevy are going to come out together in unison, I'm sure. Swan has to do a lot on site with the big green if he wants to keep his team in it. ChwE gets one Arctic player coming out of the balcony. Swan spotted from the backside. Really can't do much here. This shot will recover with one, but only one. Zevy on the AK finds the trade. And paiN continue their tear at 7-2, and they still have an opportunity for 6 more rounds in this first half.
What a weird take though too. I mean, disconnected. I mean, they were able to bring that down to just 2 players remaining here for paiN, but like you said, it was kind of a weird scenario for paiN because they were kind of like doing a retake through the apartments and they were able to just double player out. ChwE found that first, right? But that's a tough one. Both players just jumping out, kind of waterfalling that. That's asking a lot to find a double kill there. But paiN Gaming, man, they look clean. These retakes are just, again, they're just, yeah, clean, I think is the best way. I think you said that earlier. I'm just gonna run with it. Clean is the best word.
They're convincing. They've done their homework. They have the utility for it, and that's the most important factor on a map like Inferno. We have ESL on the AUG. He's in apartments. Now, there's 2 ways to use the AUG. You can either use it kind of like an off at range, or you can use it as a one-shot headshot up close. It looks like in the apartments it's kind of a hybrid of both. But the action of the round is actually coming towards B. The AUG is going to have no impact whatsoever, and Swan finally coming alive for this tease. Had a double kill with the op. He's going to try to walk into the angle of Zevy, but Zevy's too quick with it. Op versus op, the CT side prevails. He's just Sezzy and Monk. They're both lurking towards A. They don't have the bomb on their back, and Big U's era holding towards the arch is the one to emerge in that first duel. He has 1 HP, sure, but he's really cemented this round in his team's favor. 1 versus 3 for Monk. He has some information on Big U's era, sure, but players to deal with it just doesn't seem possible. Dink down to add insult to injury. Big U's era does so much damage with so little left for himself. And the AUG should finish the job at this point. Over towards Struck side, he'll catch Monk crossing. Unless something crazy happens. Shadow showing it is an opportunity. Monk finds the second. That is a big opportunity now being given. He will fall back for the bomb. And this is a prime opportunity now for Zevy. He swapped over to the AK. He knows that this player is likely coming this direction. Zevy, is he ready for it? The walk is coming in. 25 seconds. Monk gonna pull out the rifle, but doesn't clear tree. Crisis averted, but it was a very, very scary touch and go moment there. paiN Gaming let the 1v3 slip to a 1 versus 1.
A valiant effort, right? I mean, that was huge for Monk, able to find, a lot of one-on-one duels, winning that. Like you said, it got a little bit weird for lane. I was kind of expecting, the AUG to prevail and be able to, solidify getting 12 damage, you would think. But some sharp shooting happening here from the Monk, but it's just not enough. And paiN have now secured this half with 8 rounds, and we're 11th round in now. We'll have to see what Disconnected can do. This is going to be the light eco coming in, just some pistols that are going to be in the board. There is quite a bit of utility that's invested. Zevy, he makes a kill, but it's the cost of him being down to 13. And now Big Zera, that's a big bite. Makes it a triple, and there we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah, that last round I think is probably more notable than this one. Monk playing with the Shadow, I think, is the most important thing there against the AUG. Good sharpshooting as well to capitalize on the information, but Monk did play that incredibly well. He had the right read as well on that final player. It just looked so good. Unfortunately, just couldn't find the timing on that final player in Zevy. Match pause finally called. That round swiftly put an end to. I believe it was a flawless one as well for paiN Gaming.
They've had a few of those, Pineapple.
And what, the first 2? I think that's a third, and I think there might have been one more thrown in the mix as well.
Wasn't it 4-0 at one point?
It was 4-0, and then I think they lost 2 in a row, and then they won 5 in a row. Is it something like that?
Yeah, quick math. I like that.
I think it was that. It could be like 5-0 before they started winning rounds. I'm not sure.
No, I think it was 4, and then they lost the 2, and then they just brought it back. Check
yeah,
us now.
I know for sure they lost 2 in a row. That's the one thing I do know.
Hey, well, at least you got that fact. That's good.
Yes.
Look at us. Well, pause comes in, but now it's over with, and Disconnected, they do have funds available. It's going to be AKs, no op, no T-side op, but now look at this. It's a 4-1 play here coming in. This is where they're going to go for the mid control. This is where the practice can make perfect. No, but it's eating damage galore, and there it is. Monk again able to find multi-kill after multi-kill, and now they have themselves an advantage in terms of players. It's a 2-on-3. The HP's low, and there it is. Skull is able to utilize another one, bringing it back to an even playing field.
Even playing field, but Swan and Sezzy are solo. You mentioned it before. Low HP players, 27 and 46 HP, both below half. Swan approaching that 25% mark, and that makes things very difficult. The M4 is a one-shot headshot against both. Zevy can just
Spotted.
breathe on them and they'll die. Tech 9 out. Sezzy is taken down. Just Swan on 27. And he was unable to isolate the first. He'll try to run towards B, but I think this read comes in just slightly too late. The call was there, right? Skulls, they knew he was towards A. He got a kill. Zevy trace his positioning as well. Oh, Zevy misses the shot. That's awkward. He's going to pull out the up. He's not confident. They don't know how low he is. And that misplay gives Swan a massive opportunity. He'll upgrade to the big green as well. Skulls, he has to land 1 or 2 bullets. But Swan only has to land 1.
Full thing of utility, too. If Skulls wants to, but he's going to try to be silent. He's going to be an assassin in this one. Being swift, not making a lot of noise, and Swan might get this timing, and there he is. My goodness, the double kill to find things out. But I mean, again, that, like you said, that came down to Zevy missing that shot. He had him dead to rights. I think he just moved at the last second, and then you could just see it went off. And then you could even see he went to first oranges, and he tried to quick scope with the op after he missed with the Tech 9, and oh man, but man, Swan taking full opportunity of that's what they kind of needed. That's what Disconnected have seen so far, right? With these 3 rounds, has been a lot of, individual players kind of, shining a little bit bright.
That was a round gifted to them, though. It was a delayed read. You could see the synapses firing, like, okay, we lost the player in the apartments to this second to the last player, and we saw the op towards Arch. Better run to B. It was too late because the op was already on top of it. And thinking faster across the board, just the execution in that one is the death of them. Good nade on the Monk. Great jumping nade up the balcony as well, down to 57. Man. I don't think I've seen that nade in a long time.
Well, I love the coordination of that, too. They throw the molly, and Monk's like, yeah, I'll wait for the molly to finish, and as soon as that's done, they're like, and there's a nade. This sucks. Great for paiN. A little bit more hesitation, though, now. You can see they're going to actually get ready for the A pop. Monk going to be ready to throw some smokes coming through, but they're going to go for that bracket control. But it is paiN Gaming with a three player setup right now. Zevy does have that off. He's waiting for things. He misses again. We haven't been able to see him find these shots. Going to get tested one more time. He does land it, but he needs to get out of here. He's got to go now. He's able to find another one. He gets another kill and finally gets put down. Holy moly.
I love that crossing. He knows if he crosses to the site, he'll get shot through the smoke, so he plays over towards the moped, the jump up to graveyard, and quick scopes the player in the apartments. Very well done there. Skulls now here to support, coming in from the library as the smokes fade. Bomb on site. Swan op in hand. Did win it last time with the op, but this time around there's no chance. NEKiZ over the smoke, up top graveyard, finds that double digit secured, and that round was a flash in the pan. Disconnected. Their buy was compromised due to the very tenuous victory in round number 12, I believe. And so now their money is punished. No bomb plant, no loss bonus means they're going to have a very desperate one here. 1 Galil, pistols, some Kevlar, a dash of utility. Really a dream round for Disconnected.
Yeah, they can't be banking on just, sheer luck like we saw a little bit earlier on, right? Like taking opportunities and missed shots. But right now, they get a lot of noise. That utility alone. Look at what it's done. Oh my. Just like that. With 1:35, they're down to 2 players. They're both significantly injured. This is problematic. Monk does have a Galil, but man, that's nothing to brag about at all.
No, definitely not. Combined 94 HP. Going to work smoke, but there's 3 players here, and they're already playing in front of the smoke. Trying to grab the bomb. It's Monk to team kill. That is actually significant. He'll lose some cash for that.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just, yeah, unfortunate timing, too, because you could see, I think it was Swan that was trying to jump in the smoke, jump out. A little bit of that, sick mechanical movement, but no. That's not what's in the deck of cards, apparently, for round 14. But we are in the last round for this very first half, and like you said, paiN Gaming have hit double digits in a pretty big margin, and now it's a question if we can see a 12-3 or 11-4 half, and everything's spent. No op again for the T side, but instead it will be Zevy with the op, ready to go. Double boost comes in. Holy. It looks so clean. Smooth.
It was a clean execution, a quick execution as well. Again, apartments, this is the one-shot wonder weapon I mentioned before. Good nade damage. Was that towards Banana? Yes, it was. NEKiZ taken down by Darty Montana, capitalizing on that utility. Good flash as well. Finally seeing some team play coming out of Disconnected. It's only one singular opening. Okay, never mind. Monk in the apartments finds a second. Hardzao, an off angle over towards Graveyard is exploited. And paiN Gaming being picked apart slowly but surely. 3 versus 5. Going to rotate 2 over towards A, but Disconnected are reading this incredibly well. They're leaning towards B. They'll only have 1 player to deal with. That's Skulls on only 55 HP. And it's looking like Disconnected might have finally put the pieces together for a 4th.
Yeah, but Zevy needs to find a kill quickly. Players are waiting though. I think he can spot that barrel. Yeah, he's got the barrel. Oh, he gets that shot too. There it is, precise. And now, I mean, it's the anchor of skulls. I mean, he's going to be in this B site, but EKZ does still have more utility to help his teammate out. A lot of hesitation right now from Disconnected. This was a good play at first. Another flash being dispersed of. It's going to be used now. Disconnected still putting some good pressure. They're just feeding Zevy. And now, even they lose that player, they're still going to go back to A.
They lose the player. I think that kind of forces the commit towards B, I guess, from EKZ, and they're going for it. It's the right call right now because EKZ is not here, but it's still definitely stupefying. I think they're relying on the fact that he's going to stick in the pits, but Zevy, very snazzy with it, goes on to the A site, finds the third before finally falling. 12 seconds left. The bomb plant will go down, but EKZ and Skulls have a very solid opportunity on this retake.
Yeah, the HP's low too, right? Darty down with 24. ChwE with 1 PC utility. And right now, paiN, they're being quiet, but they've been spotted, given away. Now Skull's going to be leading into this. He does get the trade, so now it's just down to the 1v1. Does have a little bit of time, does have that kit. No way he's just going to stick this. No way you're just going to commit this for the first round. Oh my, for the first half. He gets the defuse. That's going to be a 12-3. We're going to take a break. We'll see you after it.
Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing your demons and ghosts, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. We both the same without rock bottom. Let it go, but we come back to craving problems. Am I your favorite kind of shame? Do I make you wanna and goes, 'cause you might find what you're looking for. You might find what you're looking for. Don't go chasing
Half number 1 was over in the blink of an eye. We'll see if half number 2 is any different. I'm Pineapple Phillips, joined by Bog, or not Bog, it's Laz. I'm sorry.
This
I'm on the auto
guy.
director. I'm on the auto director right now. My head
no.
is swimming, bro.
It hurts.
Man,
you know what?
now
At least it's Boggs.
This is around no nonsense. NEKiZ all the way up, finds one, maybe a second. ChwE, double dually super soldier, does get one, a parting gift, quickly traded. Swan answers in kind, 3v3. Hardzao though, will he be hard cleared? He will be cleared somewhat. Down as of yet 2 players now designated to do so. Will do him in. It's the dualies of Monk that get that kill. Big Uzera and Skulls to hold on the site. Skulls is a P250 warrior though. That gives him a serious chance to rebuke this retake.
Skulls does have that flash too, so if he times this, he might be able to find this, but instead he's just gonna try to frag out, but a little bit of a whiff. Now it's just down to him. That P250 gets a nice tap. Gets a little bit more. Oh, there's some team damage getting inflicted, but now the defuse is coming through. He's gonna have to get moving now. Uh-oh.
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 Technical issues.
Uh-oh.
Technical issues.
Technical
We're coming back to
issues.
the face cams, I'm sure.
Hello.
Welcome
it's
back.
us.
Welcome back.
Hello. We're back. Well,
I have to guess. I have to assume that was not a paiN Gaming victory. I'm gonna say that was a disconnected one.
I'm gonna say it was. I'm gonna be the other side here, so we'll find out. But again, I like that play though from Hardzao. I mean, just playing in the back of T ramp like that, just kind of being that diversion, just trying to be a big distraction. It didn't work out, but I love that play from Disconnected. They go as a unit, they swing it together with the 2. That was the best thing they could have done because he was trying to be a distraction, right? But I mean, it was not that long of a distraction. They found that kill, and that kind of solidified them to get into that site on that 3-on-1. But the question is, did they win that pistol though?
I'm gonna give you a little bit of an indicator right now, is where my head is going. We got disconnected. That should be all I have to say.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, you see what I'm doing? See what I'm doing? Hopefully this tech issue won't be too long. It sounds like we are getting things fixed in the meanwhile, but actually, sounds like we might be back here any moment. There we go. We're back into the action. We'll see where we're at. It's 4-12, so Disconnected did win it. It was a 2 versus 1 retake. They do get it done. And paiN Gaming do have an investment, though. They do have rifles. They got that bomb plant, of course. They have Galils, a MAC-10, a Deagle. Disconnected down a man as well thus far in this one. Minute left. It's going to be a B site take. And Disconnected are playing hands off towards the site. Player going towards A to triple stack there, and Darty just spotting from CT.
Yes, the right call. Darty spamming away, 12 bullets up in the chamber. Runs out. He has to pull back now. paiN Gaming, they've been able to get this site. Should be able to find this plant. 0 waiting for the lineup. There we go. Okay. Crisis averted. It's all good. But now it's a retake situation, and the only utility is sitting on Swan and CSGO. Double flash with double smokes. So they do have some good utility to get an opening, though. No kits, though. So they got to move now.
I didn't realize that. Zevy, good tap on the first. They should probably be saving at this point. Bomb is about halfway gone. 2 M4s are very expensive. They have no money in reserve. If they lose this, it'll be 413 and then 414 as well. And Disconnected, it looks like they're trying to exit. paiN Gaming, they were doing very well to harass. Monk and Swan do get some kills on the way out. It looks like both M4s will be saved. Still, can they afford to buy around them? That's my question. Because paiN Gaming are very quickly going to approach that 15-round threshold. And very quickly as well, potentially going to send us over to map 2.
Well, and the thing is, too, is I'm really glad that we saw that paiN Gaming went for that purchase. Like you said, they got the bomb plant and the pistol. It came down to, what, like a 1-on-2 or 1-on-3? We don't know. But despite with that bomb plant getting a couple extra kills, I love that. Because even with this big lead, they weren't like, oh, let's just play it safe. We'll just do a light pistol. Instead, no, they're going to go Galils. Galils are sick, man. Like, nobody talks about it enough, I feel like. But
they're cheap. That's a big
thing. Cheap. They do good work. They got lots of ammo. Did good damage. But now they put themselves right back in it to a 1-on-1 the second half. NEKiZ does spot Swan.
Play.
Oh, man. He's got that X-ray. Just kidding, he doesn't, but...
No, I mean, the M4, I like the call, but at the same time, the M4 is now irrecoverable. No one can grab it in middle. Unless they really want to play chicken with the smoke, which says he does. He's taken down. Hardzao a third. And that just takes out one of the 2 hero rifles you have in the round with no potential to recover. Monk now towards A is the last alive in the apartments. He'll get one. Probably try to save. Yeah. He'll try to save, but you can tell paiN Gaming are already calling the hunt. Yeah,
they have to, because they have full information. There's no reason for them not to hunt this. Definitely the right play.
It was an investment as well. I didn't realize Disconnected went full in. I thought they were just buying pistols around the rifles. No, they bought Kevlar, they bought everything. They're down to nothing in the bank. And so a hunt on this round is incredibly consequential. There'll be just pistols in the following. Yep, timing is in his favor, but he doesn't secure the kill. And now he has no room to work with. These players are very quickly taking control. Monk will probably get blindsided here. Yes, he does. There we go. It's 14, and it's no money in the bank for Disconnected.
Oh, that was, you know, it was almost like, do you go for that kill? Do you try to commit to it? I mean, again, that player was just like walking across the bridge. He hit him in the head. That's the problem with the A1S, man. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't do that full damage, that long range. So there's the discrepancy a little bit. But again, they're going to fully commit money into this again. They cannot sacrifice any more rounds. They're going to try to see what they can do. They got the Scout for Swan, MP9, Deagles, and Pistols pretty much the rest for everybody else. This is a scrappy buy. Okay, there's Swan. All right, he's got the Scout. Takes down Zevy. That's one of the top fraggers here for paiN, and there's a response back from Big Uzeta.
Let's start the scrappiest rounds, bring out the best of the team. Swan, that Scout finding one, potentially a second in the apartments as well. Goes for a timely peek. But it's Skulls. Good shot from him through the wall. CSGO with an MP9. This is the best place to play it, but stopping power, or lack thereof rather, does him in. Darty Montana and Monk. Monk's shadow shows through the smoke. That's unfortunate. Hardzao takes him down. And that leaves Darty Montana. It's a forced buy from Disconnected. They don't want to give 15 over, but they're going to no matter what. It's just a 5.7, Kevlar and a helmet, a kit, and a flash. At this point, I don't even think Darty Montana has a hope or a dream, because 1 versus 4 just doesn't seem feasible. He'll get a Galil for his troubles, but he's already been spotted. No chance he can save this.
Flanked already. It's just a matter of time. There it is. Map point now for paiN Gaming. Long road ahead if you're Disconnected. You're going to need 11 to push overtime, and again, they have to go deplete the bank again. This is now 3 rounds in a row. We're just seeing them spend every single dollar. Whereas paiN Gaming, they've just looked, it's been smooth, man. The second half really has just had that pistol round that was a bit of a blunder, and then again, they just come right back in with the brooms.
Come right back with the broom, sweep it away. Get this one done. It's crazy to think it's 64 with a pistol round victory as well.
Now they're just going to push down mid like that. Disconnected! Oh, man. Love this.
Active perspective by paiN does him in. It's ChwE trading out his teammate CSGO. They stay alive. 5-15 though. They still need 10 in a row to get us to overtime.
You know, honestly, I love that play from Disconnected because, again, like, nothing was working the way they were playing. And they already know they're at a massive disadvantage, so they go for a big risk. Big reward. They pick up those AKs. They pick up some good rifles. I think they kept pretty much 4 players alive. I think they only lost 1. But like you said, I mean, now it's talking about 10 rounds in a row to bring things back. And paiN Gaming still got a full bank here. If they lose this round, paiN, I mean, this might be an opportunity where Disconnected could be able to find maybe another round with that eco. Not looking good already, but a good trade comes back from both sides. The cost of ChwE being down to 63, though.
Map control as well for paiN Gaming thus far. They have Banana. Beginning to pressure towards the middle. Albeit a smoke keeps them at bay. And 4 versus 4 does favor the T's.
Yeah, there's still good utility available here, too, for the T's. I mean, plenty of Molotovs. Things are being dispersed now, but at least they can clear out lane. They can double-check everything. So they got themselves bracket control. The bomb's still in the back of T-Ramp, too. So, again, they're not putting a lot of focus on the site specifically. They're kind of just testing the waters, seeing if it's cold or not. Now they're going to leave this. They're going to group up. They're going to go right back for the B hit. They still have a smoke with double flash, though. So, I mean, we'll probably be expecting that smoke for CT with the double flash over to get themselves in the site at least. But they got to worry about a player at first oranges and even dark corner.
Yep, 2 players set up here. They don't have a lot of utility. They have 1 smoke, but it's not much use now. They throw it. It's a little late. Press comes in. paiN have yet to clear a player out. Darty, they know he's close. They heard the drop. She was actually clearing him out. It's spammed down quite low. There's no smoke for the cross CT, so rotations have come through. Will they actually be effective? No is the answer. It's just CSGO and CT spawn. He might get 1. No, he gets none. It's a 16-4, a convincing victory for paiN on the pick of Disconnected, and this does not bode well looking forward to Ancient.
No, and you know, I love that last round too, because again, they only had one piece of utility, which was the smoke, right, with the double flash. But instead of going through the CT smoke, they actually committed towards in front, where they're able to cross into water, and they're also able to wrap around in Cathedral as well. So I mean, that's a big play. And again, just doing a bit of a paiN sandwich, and they